I've done some videos that Adam and Michael were one energy. And then, as I'm doing this in the middle of the night, last night, I wake up, and this is the most propitious time for study, because you've been in dreamland, and you wake up, and it's still dream time. Well, I recognized, and this is what I want to discuss, that Avram and Gabriel are the same angel. You see? Avram, before he becomes Avraham, Gabriel and Avram are the same. I said angel, but they're the same entity. And remember that Avram is the father of Ishmael, and that is the entire origin of the Islamic religion. And in Islam, they favor Gabriel over that of Michael. And Michael is the primary angel in Judaism, and Gabriel is the primary angel in Islam. And for me, I feel that this is one of the factors in the world today, that we have a great opportunity for, within the Palestinian state, which is called Israel, and of a coming together of Avram and Adam, and the whole idea of the coming together of Michael of Judaism and Gabriel of Islam. And I'm going to show a few things here. First, I'm going to show that the gematria of Avram, which is 243, plus the 4 letters, comes out to be 247. Okay? And the gematria of Gabriel, which is 246, plus the 1 for the name itself, comes out to be 247. So that's how the gematrias show that Avraham and Gabriel are one. Okay. Now, the things that I do want to show here are that when Avram undergoes a name change and the Hey is added, he becomes now the father of Yitzhak. Yitzhak happens to come from the left, from Gevurah. See, Avram has a relation to Yitzhak on the left, Gevurah on the left, but he, of a Jewish sense, because he was given the letter Hey. So, but it's still, even in Gevurah, it is the root of Gabriel. And Gabriel comes from that left side. So even Yitzhak has a relationship to Gabriel, because it's Michael on the right and Gabriel on the left. And so there's here, just like that. But I have other things that I want to show here, is that Michael and Gabriel together. Michael is 101. Gabriel is 246. I have that, I think I have it here. Oh, did I show the gematrias? I don't know if I showed the gematrias of Avram. Oh, Avram is 243 plus 4 is 247, and Gabriel shows that. I didn't even know that I showed it. Now, Michael is 101, and Gabriel is 246. That comes out to be 347, plus 11 letters, okay? 5 for Michael, 6 for Gabriel. That comes out about 358. 358 is the gematria of Nahash and Mashiach. So a coming together here of Nahash and Mashiach, which is one energy, and apparently it looks to the untrained eye that they are different energies. See, the necessity is the opposite, so to speak, within one. The complementary aspects, see, make them one. And this is the same kind of thing in Islam today and Judaism, which look opposed. But the key is in bringing these two angels together. You see? When Michael and Gabriel come together, then they are one. They're the Nahash and Mashiach. And the energy, because the Nahash, remember the Nahash was also involved in the birth of Adam and Gan Eden. I believe that the Jew is supposed to be a wanderer until the Mashiach comes. And I don't really recognize the state of Israel until the Mashiach comes. And so I really feel that we're supposed to be citizens of the countries that we are inhabitants of, and kind of like guests of. This is the beauty of Judaism. He's a wanderer. He's a traveler. And that's why they're always hated, like the gypsies, who might have Jewish origin. And this is the great beauty, because the world becomes their home, not a little state, you see, not a little focus. And since there's a great anti-Semitism in the world, it's good not to be focused in a small, minute area, like Israel or New York City, but spread out along the world. That's why, like, the Lubavitcher Hasidim are spread out all over the world. So, how to do this? And now, I'm not necessarily, I once asked a Notori Carter guy. I said, I was just walking by a protest that they were having. I said, how do you really expect this to abandon the state of Israel? With all the millions and this and that and structures and parliaments and this and Knesset. He says, it'll be difficult to abandon it, but it's the right thing to do. You see? Because whether you know it or not, most of the pro-Israel stuff today is Christian. See? It's a Christian concept. I believe the Mashiach will be coming when the Jews show their full potentiality. You see? When the Jews just unfold what they are. A real peaceful nation. Shalom. No fighting. No wars. Prayers. Study. So, this is I feel that not Mikhail, this is about Gabriel today. Gabriel is the key here. Because in Judaism, he's a secondary angel, but in Islam, he's the first. And he's the first angel in Islam because it comes from, in my opinion, not Avraham or Ibrahim, but from Avram, before he turned into Avraham. And that is the origin of Islam. And this is the word I've gotten today. Because the other changing of the name occurs with the Yitzhak and the Yisrael. And so there's potentia there in these name changes. You see? And it comes from when one is able to perceive this, there are parallels in the angelic worlds. And for me, the left side, which is the left in Islam, in Judaism, Gabriel is the left hand. All my work is done with the left hand. My mitzvah is tefillin. The left hand is tied up, so to speak. No, it's not tied up. It's elevated by being focused on. My tennis is with the left hand, elevating the half. We're only a half of people because we're right-handed people. To be a whole person, you have to be right and left hand. And that's the two angels of Mikhail and Gabriel. And that's the Nahash in the Gan Eden and the origin of the human race. And the potentia from Nahash and Samuel and what looks like evil into transformed into the Mashiach, and that's what we're given. It's beautiful.